Today I'm going to talk about breathiness. A lot of people have an issue with not being able to sing loud or not being able to sing for a long time, and also losing their voice pretty quickly. And a lot of that can be traced back to too much breath when you're singing. So basically, the cause of it is essentially an air leak. So when your vocal cords are vibrating, they go through what's called an open phase and a closed phase. So they go like this really quick, like thousands of times a second, probably, maybe thousands of times a minute. And what happens when you've got a really breathy tone is that even during the closed phase, there's an air leak. So there's never full, what we call closure. So we're going to do some exercises together to show you how to get good closure, and then this will feed into your singing over time though. It does take some time because these are really built-in habits. The other thing that you'll find is it's also an aesthetic thing. Some people really like a breathy tone and there's nothing wrong with that. But when you're practicing, and especially if you're putting in long hours, you want to be able to conserve your voice and eliminate breathiness when you need to. So the first thing we're going to do is what's called a closure exercise. All I want you to do is go like this. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Like you're a little kid and you've just gotten in trouble. Bit sad. Uh-oh, uh-oh. That's it. So try it high and low and everywhere in between. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Good. Okay, now we're just going to do the first bit. And can you hear how there's no excess breath? So I'm not going and I'm not going ha, right? It's all sound, no air. So that's what we want. So just try that for me, just speaking. So don't think of it as singing. We're just making noise. Here we go. And a little bit sad. Good. Okay, so now once you get really good at that, and don't jump straight into this, you need to take your time with this. So walk around the house for a few days just going uh-oh, uh-oh, until you feel really confident that you're able to make that sound without any breathiness. Now we're going to do that again, but without making any noise. And I want you to put your mind's eye to your larynx here, and you should feel your vocal cords. One of my teachers calls it kissing. You'll feel them going like that. So let's do it together. So just silent uh-ohs. Here we go. Good. So you can vaguely hear and you can also feel contact between your vocal cords. So now we're going to do this, a really gentle exercise. It doesn't need to be loud, but the most important thing is all sound, no breath. So we're going to go like this. So if you have a low voice, you might start down here. High voices will start up here. So let's keep going. And you can hear I'm making it a little bit sad because that'll help keep the breath out. So the pitch on that is not important. So if you don't have a piano in front of you, just do your best guesstimate of a 1 to 5 half scale, making that sound. But again, I really stress that the most important thing is that you are all sound, no breath. So it'll feel like you're almost holding your breath and you're just letting out the tiniest little bit of air. A couple of things to keep in mind. Number one is don't over tense when you're doing this. So right above your vocal cords, we have what's called your false vocal cords, also known as your swallowing muscles, whispering muscles, I should say. So we call them the false vocal cords because that's what we use when we whisper. And we don't want to squeeze those tight when we're doing this exercise because what happens is that they press down on the vocal cords and they make it harder for the vocal cords to vibrate. So we never want that, basically. The last thing to remember is to get really good at eliminating breathiness, you want to get really good at sirens. So I'll make another video about sirens at some point. I hope that was helpful. Bye.